All right. So today I'm coming at you. I'm alive again. So I'm coming at you raw and real, except for the lipstick and the earrings and let's see what else. So celebrate life every single freaking day, because one day it's going to be your last. So let's raise the vibe to love and above, and just share that from your open heart. And if you find that so someone told me after the last recording, oh, it was a little noisy. And well, life is noisy, life is messy, life has places where you get sick. I've just spent the last 2 weeks. Last week it was my back. This week it was my bowels. I know that's too much information, but what I learned in that is that every day was a gift. Now, there were lots of days when I couldn't eat a thing, but today I had a sandwich, and so I'm celebrating my life. And I just talked to a friend of mine who's crossing the Rainbow Bridge, and he was struggling with all of these things that he should do and he ought to do. And so get yourself out of shouldland and know that if you have something on your heart, don't wait until somebody tells you that you have a terminal disease. We all have a terminal disease. We're all going to leave this planet. That's very terminal. The timing isn't necessarily laid out for us, but so do what you came to do. Don't wait. Figure out your non-negotiables. Part of my, and I'm going to do a shameless promotion right here right now, part of my membership program. Hey Shirley, I can see that bit, can't see anything other than that, so I hope I'm looking good. So part of my membership program, the Shamanic Spirit School membership program, we look at what are your non-negotiables of life. And here goes. I'm going to drum over top of the motorcycle, so hang on. Let's raise the vibe to love and above. All right, so I won. There goes a truck. So the thing about life is if we wait for things. I waited for years to get to Mexico, and finally there was this big conundrum in my life that got me here. Now, that's neither right nor wrong, it just is. But if there's something on your heart, then do it now. Don't wait another minute. Because my friend is now upset because he has things that he wants to write, and because of his situation he's only able to write for maybe 5 minutes, and then he has to stop. So we talked about that. Celebrate that you can write for 5 minutes and then you need to nap for an hour. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. And so if there's something, and I talked to another client just last week, and she said, I don't want to die without achieving this. So if it's on your heart, in my programs and in my membership program, what we do is we use the shamanic journey to anchor ourselves with guides for our non-negotiables, for our priorities, for our beliefs, and for the right action to take to actualize what we came to do, who we're here to be. And so now that I'm on the mend again and I have purged, I've allowed myself to feel not supported. My back went out. What is that all about? Lack of support, lack of being able to stand up for myself. So using that experience, that very physical experience where I was tipped over to the right, what happened from that? My ears are now level. I used to always have one ear lower than the other. My glasses, when I put them on straight, were always off kilter. So now that's not happening anymore. Sometimes these physical things that happen to us, with us, for us, are to get us to come into alignment again. So I'm purging all of that stuff from the last 18 months. I'm getting real clear about delivering messages about how to do it and how to do it in a meaningful way so that it impacts you, so that you go, oh, you know, I want some of that. So the membership program is monthly, and we meet on the second Saturday of every month for 3 hours. But in the membership, what you get is you get my teachings that I've done over the years. You get my book. You get my MP3. You also get to be in this community of people who come together once a month to share our journeys, to learn from each other, to heal with each other, and then to have something practical to do with it in the world. And so let's raise the vibe to love and above. Let's don't wait for special events. Don't wait for Christmas to give gifts. Give gifts whenever you feel drawn to. You know, if you want to give somebody something, you don't need to wait for their birthday. You don't need to wait for Christmas. You don't need to, honestly, what do you need to wait for? So I used these past 2 weeks to really get my little feeties underneath me, to stand tall and firm in my beliefs and my ability to understand and know that I came to share my gifts, to heal my old wounds. And you know, right now what's been coming up is some of the limitations that I've lived with that were given to me. You know, my mom told me, I don't recall this, but as a little child my mom told me, you got kicked out of tap dance. So I didn't ever think that I could follow choreography. Turns out I'm a natural. Now, it took me decades, like 7 of them, 7, to get beyond that. So don't wait for anything. If you were told something in the past and it's no longer true, then heal that. You know what I did? I forgave my mom. I forgave her for telling that story over and over and over again until it was ingrained in every fiber of my soul, because it's no longer true. It might have been true before, but I don't have to hold it as the truth anymore. And there goes a truck. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's going to take that right away. Oh, here comes another car to do the same. So find a way to heal your old wounds, and the most efficient, effective, emotional, energetic, releasing way to do it is to have a spirit guide. So join me. I'll be sending out an email, and you can go on my website, shamanweaver.com, look under my expertise, find the membership program. It's a whopping $50 a month, and I think you're worth $50. I just have that idea. So let's celebrate life. Let's not wait for Christmas or New Year's to celebrate. One of the things I loved about living on tribal land is they celebrated when there was a score in a football game. They celebrated all the time with fireworks. They do the same here. A couple of days ago when I was sick, there was a parade that went by right down there. And so I'll be putting up some postings about that. It was the Our Lady of Guadalupe. And the beautiful thing, wow. The beautiful thing about the people here is that they don't waste a minute, not 1 minute, to celebrate and engage in life, even though we look and we go, oh, this is the third world country, oh, these poor people. The thing is that these poor people are rich. They're rich in their experience of life. They're rich. And the other day I was out walking in between feeling crappy and feeling crappy. I was out walking and I came across this man who was cleaning up after all of the debris because, you know, people are messy. And I said, oh, I'd practice my Spanish. And he was like, oh. And I said, your town is filled with, he said, my little village. And I said, yeah, filled with gringos. And he said, I love it. And so here we are in this being embraced by this other culture who is completely different, has different value systems than we do. The church bells go off every 15 minutes from 7:30 in the morning, and it was 5:30 a few weeks ago, until 11 o'clock at night. And one of my friends was, well, that wouldn't work for me because I need to go to sleep at 9:30. And I thought, well, how about that? So open your heart up to receive all the good that the universe has for you. So I'm going to raise the vibe to love and above now. Take a nice deep breath. Put your hands on your heart and open to receive. And then give from your heart. If life is messy, if life is noisy, know that you're still in life. And you can be in love. All right, so let's do this thing. Let's give away some love. But first, I want to talk to you about this miracle. This is a miracle. Electrolyte. Do you know, where I come from, we only use this if we were feeling really sick. But here, people just drink it as a beverage. And one of my friends who doesn't drink alcohol said, well, she just took her electrolyte. And I said, well, it looks a lot like a margarita. So we laughed about that. But this, I've been drinking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of this a day, and it really helps. So having a sip of this. And I'm embracing my ability to be emotional, to be open, to be free, and to know that everything that has transpired in my life to this very moment has got me right here. So even if years ago I said I was going, well, I'm finally here. So let's energize our hands. Place your hands on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for you. One more time. I open fully and freely to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept big old bowls with your hands and embrace, put in your heart all the good the universe has for me. One last time. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. I am so happy to feel better, and those moments of back distress and intestinal distress has allowed me to really get clear, to get focused on what I'm here to do and not waste any more time. So if you, hello, so if you notice me being more direct, more transformative, more whatever, it's because I've made an energetic shift. So just in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. So blessings on you, beautiful soul. Thank you for being here. Spread joy, spread love, and remember, don't wait until someone tells you you're terminal. You came in and you're terminal from the moment you're in until the moment you're out. So just do it. Oh, how awesome is that? Talk about divine timing. All right, everybody, happy Friday and have a fabulous weekend. Oops, wait a second.